Welcome, one and all, everybody. I hope you're coming in here to enjoy a good bout of StarCraft because we have a really good ESEA Clan War for you guys. We are spawning directly on top of Clash Mercy, the blue Protoss in the top right. His opponent is going to be IP, me for the win, the purple Terran in the bottom left. We have a big duel on Korhal Compound. It's a very fun TVP map. It's smaller than all the maps we've seen so far, but it's got similarities with Ohana in the fact that it is a two-player map. You do have your third being slightly away with the two angles of attack and everything that can come in. And it's pretty much the size of the map that makes it similar. There's not much else that's very notable except the watchtowers are similar spots. But this leads to a really interesting situation. We have a TVP where we just saw a big all-in push coming in from Mercy where he is pushed out with 3 Colossi and then just brought in the gateway units after he already pushed. And it worked really well. It just crushed me for the win after a really weird expansion play out of Mercy where he went for the gateway Robo Nexus. And it worked out quite well for him, but it was very weak in the early game. We'll see whether or not me for the win is going to go ahead and try and punish this now that he's seen a game of Mercy's style of play, and we'll just go ahead and do something very aggressive to start the game off with, or not. I'd hope he would, because that would be really unfortunate. We just have a repeat of the last game. But both these players are really high caliber. We'll see what they're going to be doing. They've got a lot of tricks up their sleeves, and they've played a lot of games, and this is a good, intense, competitive situation. So we have a lot of possibilities for what they could be doing. But right off the bat, big thanks to ESEA, IP, Clash. They're both incredible teams, so definitely show some appreciation. Follow them as they go ahead and traverse the battlegrounds of ESEA, as we'll be casting them, hopefully a ton. But their games are quite solid. The level of play is really, really good, and they've already shown... IP has already shown that they can really take out top-level players, as Shu got taken out 2-0 by Zeus, a Terran from IP. Alright, so now with this in mind, let's see what Mercy's going to be doing. Because he's got to be really careful, because if Zeus does get channeled by me for the win, we could have an 8 Marine push at the start of the game. That could really damage Mercy. Okay, so running around, we should be able to see a nice match. But let's go ahead and just take a moment to also just so you guys have got to take a look at the other guys that are in the ESEA league. You've got Underrated Gaming. There's really good teams, Impressive Play, Clash. Obviously, they're here, but there's also CVG. There's Key. There's a lot of other really high-level teams that make for an incredibly competitive situation. I do believe Area 51 is also in there as well. They've got top players like Wannabe and Sirovati. Quantic is in the league as well. So you have a huge pool of skill to go ahead and have fun and take a look at. But we do have a Reaper expand going to be coming out of me for the win. He's getting his stim very quickly as well as his command center down here at the bottom of his main base. Playing it safe, hiding it. Good job there. Alright, but looks like Mercy is going to go ahead and be wary of the possibility of Reapers. He's already patrolling a Stalker in the spot that Reapers are likely to come up, trying to cover this entire area with a single Stalker. And take a look at the Reapers. Going to be walking directly into the laser blast. And there it goes, takes 2 shots, and then retreats. But the Nexus has been thrown down by Mercy. So it is a 1-gate expand from him, looking solid there. A lot more normal than the last game. And notice how he actually stopped mining pretty much from his assimilators to get down that Nexus even faster. He's only keeping 1 guy in the gas still. This guy's sentry out in the way. We could be seeing a big gateway push from him. He's now mining 3 and 3, so maybe not. But if he kept just a few guys in that gas, he could have thrown down an additional 3 or 4 gates and been incredibly aggressive with simply gateway units. Might be a good enough build to catch me for the win off guard. But as of right now, we're just watching as Stim coming down to me for the win. No second gas quite yet. I was going to go ahead and just probably work on taking down his natural once his oral command finishes. Mercy's going through gate robo. Very standard stuff over there. And... alright, I'm trying to just basically predict what's going to happen in this game. We're probably going to be seeing Colossi first out of Mercy. I'm assuming he's going to be going for that. You may try and add in Double Forge. This is a good map to go Creator Prime style because of the fact that it's small. You can get through bases a little bit faster. You don't have to worry about having to defend 5 different areas of drops. You pretty much have to just control this area, you're naturally going to vision the watchtower, and then have like a cannon or two or whatever, some stalkers here, and with warning of the vision, watchtower vision and everything, maybe a pylon here and here, you can see any attack that's coming from Terran. So, same's true for Terran as well. They can move around, get your scans going, watchtower control, supply depots, SCVs, Marines spread around, all that. That could be really good. Looks like the Reaper tried to do a little bit more damage. It didn't really quite accomplish very much, though. Mercy, though, is just now getting a scout with that single stalker. The Reaper did manage to see just about the early game stuff, and that's really it. The Natural was scouted by both players. That's kind of what matters. Because they know that the opponents can't do anything crazy strong at the start of the game. So right now, Mercy's observers are able to move in and get the full scout on the main base. Just check out the fact that their reactor and starport have begun. So you need to be wary of those drops. And Vikings will be able to come out as well in the face of Colossi. But let's see what's going to happen, because this is honestly, arguably, the most important game of this series. Or at the very least, this game, or the next game is going to be the most important game of the series, depending on who wins. If Mercy wins this, that clinches at the very minimum an ace match for Clash. If they could win the next series after this one, then they can win the entire Clan War. Whoa, we've got Double Forge and Gateways. So we're going to have possibly a big 1-1 push from Mercy. So kind of just put a halt in my point that I was making there. But if Me for the Win can win this next game, but the next game becomes very, very tense, because then you have a tied 1-1 series, a tied 1-1 between the teams, and the winner of that game takes a very, very key win for their team. So you got the charge coming down as well as the armor. You can see a big push with that charge armor style. It's actually looking kind of like what Shu was doing against Zeus, to be honest. Now it's like we're seeing the observer just staring at the army. Looks like Me for the Win may go for a little bit of a push, but he's kept his Reaper in the back, actually. That's actually really, really good for Zealot harassment. The Reaper will be able to wreck the Zealot's happiness, because the Reapers do so much damage against light units. I'm sure if you guys have ever seen a Reaper inside a bunker to kill off the Zerglings, it's kind of analogous to that in some ways. Alright, gates are continuing coming out, and with this, we're going to have Mercy going up to a huge amount of gates. Look at that. 8 gate and a robo. 9 gate actually and a robo. This is a huge amount of power. He's getting out his charge. He's actually getting out observers. Templar Archives coming down now. This is... oh, he wants to end this game. Mercy really wants to just kill Me for the Win. Seriously. But right now there's a lot of medevacs, and Marines going to go ahead for a very nice push. There are a good amount of sentries with a lot of energy, a lot of force fields, garden shields. There's actually 3 force fields at minimum for every single one, if not 4 for this one sentry that is a max energy. 2 morals is a lot of damage. So we're going to have just a big elevator coming in from Me for the Win. No, yes, whoa, Stalker Warpins. Hey, look at that. We're going to see the unit station just going haywire with the amount of units that are coming in. Me for the Win's going to go in for the big drop, but there's a lot of stalkers here. Me for the Win may actually end up losing. Okay, good, he doesn't commit, because that is a lot of stalkers. They can just, that might be enough to actually one-shot a medevac. 7 stalkers, 14, 70. No, they actually would just be 2-shotting. As I do the quick math in my head in a very odd manner. Didn't complete it out, but you still get the point. Alright, so now we've got the Templar Archives getting down that size storm. We have a Templar? No, just pure Zealots. But we could be having... Templars back there. So 2 Templars are going to be coming in. We've got them just now getting warped pretty much. And it's going to buy a little bit of time, because what am I talking about? Shu. Mercy's going to be able to just storm these guys fairly soon, but Me for the Win is kind of sharking around. And this observer is still looking at everything. Me for the Win doesn't really have any upgrades yet. We can look around and see the fact that he does have an eBay, his natural expansion getting the +1 weapons, he's got the +1 armor queued up behind it. So Clash Mercy is going to be ahead in the upgrades by a little bit. He's going to have his 1-1 done faster. He's actually kind of surprised he's not emphasizing the +2 armor actually over the +1 attack. I don't know if he just didn't have the resources for it when he actually wanted to get it, but he's not going to have that really decisive lead for the armor upgrades that are so key in defending against bio. So now we're going to have this... oh, hey, this is not a good drop. Okay. Good job there. But with these Immortals out and the Templars coming out, we're going to have a lot of damage coming out from Mercy. It's looking to be very, very solid. It's getting another cannon to be just safe. He really doesn't want to get dropped to death. Me for the Win is showing he really, really wants to do that. And he's strong with it. We've seen him in the past do a lot of damage at drops. But look at Mercy's just spread of observers. It's actually looking like the one in the front did get picked off, but still, actually the missile turret was built under it to kill. That's kind of funny. But now we're pushing forward. We do see that there are no feedbacks or anything, but nice snipe on a Templar, very nice snipe on a Templar. It's actually a really important pickoff. And look at the factory just landed inside the base. That's actually may not survive. Yeah, it's looking like it may not survive. Could just watch it die. No, it's gonna survive. Is it gonna land back again, or is it moving? I think it's just moving down there. Third base not being taken though by me for the win. We do have no third nexus going down. This Marine is just sitting here. It's gonna just die a horrible, horrible zealoty, slicey death. It's kind of unfortunate for him. I'm sure he did not enjoy that. Seems like a painful way to die, to get a zealot blade to your face, right? I feel like of all of us die in StarCraft, that's one of the worst ones. One that's probably worse is to probably get hit by a Baneling, I think. Or an Ultra. The Ultra, just the worst death is probably to be a Marine or Marauder getting healed and getting attacked by an Ultra at the same exact time. Don't you think? I feel like that'd be terrible. It's like I'm getting healed by a weird green laser while getting swiped in the face over and over and over again. And somehow it doesn't kill me, but I get magically rebuilt by an impervious laser. That definitely feels like the worst death in the game. I think. I don't know. Maybe you guys have better opinions than me on that one. Alright, so we have a lot of Zealots coming, and the food counts are actually kind of high. These Zealots really care about where they engage. They're really going to want an open area to try and be able to get surrounded and do a lot of damage against me for the win. But running right now, we're going to have the Pylon getting picked off. I don't think it's going to be able to... it does finish. Are we going to see some storms? We can see some big storms right now. We're going to watch as that's kind of getting picked off. But will me for the win engage? Looks like he's not going to engage quite yet. All the Warbirds and Stalkers are going to go ahead and take that one out quite easily. This factory is still hovering inside the base, though. It seems that Mercy just wants to go for a really, really big attack. He's going to have his 2-2 done in a second. We'll see how his +2 attack is getting closer to being done. +3 armor is being researched now. But now we're going to have the big engagement coming in. We see a lot of Zealots attacking. A huge force where big storms are having... Oh, we was just sitting in the storms. Look at all the corpses of those Marines that were over there. But still, big concave coming from him to be able to punish a lot of those units. There's a scan moving forward to take a look at the army, but that sways too many units. I don't think that we can actually continue to press this advantage that he had. The Zealots are coming in piecemeal, but there's another big storm. It looks like he may be able to come these units actually lifted up inside these medevacs. That's going to hurt his ability to pretty much do anything, but now we're watching. Seems that he is okay. You'll be able to defend this shortly, but look at his Archon. It's so low on health. Barely got out of there in time to keep its life, but Mercy is now mined out basically in its main base. Just a couple more patches left, and Cannon's defense is being made down there. Good job down there. Me for the win is not exactly mined very healthy down here in the bottom right. 67 SCVs with 58 probes is definitely in his favor. We see the worker count is actually even showing the fact that, ooh, here's a big engagement down there. We see that Me for the win is going to try and continue being aggressive to attack everything down there, but it seems that he's going to be able to take out this army, I think, but the Colossus is coming in. That might be enough to put it in Mercy's favor. The problem is there's no Xanther Lance yet, and this is a very Marauder-heavy army. A lot of the Marines were dealt with by the Psystorm, and Mercy is mostly just armored units. I mean, he's got his Immortal and the Archon do a little tanking, but the Immortal is concussed with shells. I mean, the Immortal is going to get hit by concussed with shells, and its hardened shield is not going to be able to last for all that long. Huh. But look at this weird fourth base from Mercy. He's actually not going for that one back there. It's farther away. He's just going to go ahead and use this as a staging point. I kind of like that. But now we'll see Me for the one pushing in, but oh my god, does he eat a storm. Look at that storm that he seriously eats. He didn't get moved out. He didn't move out at all, but he gets hit by another one. God, the storms are just wrecking him. We do have ghosts in play, but they don't have much energy. We do see that EMPs are available. He's not exactly using them yet. We see a Viking gonna die. My tacos are coming back up. Oh no, all the distraughtness coming around. Tacos are a bad thing to eat before a cast. Sorry about that. We do over here see that MeFTW will be getting down a fourth command center, so that'll be landing over there fairly soon. This factory is still just sitting over here. You have just a complete split of 3 probes going in different areas. That's kind of funny to look at as they're split. But this is a serious staging point for Mercy. I mean, his Robo's even rallied over there. Robo, yep, look at that, rally straight down to there. This is where Mercy wants to do all of his pushing from. He needs to really contain drops, so that's going to be the big worry. That's what the cannons and everything are for. He knows he's very vulnerable to that. Look at the cannons that are around everywhere. His main is natural. His third's got cannons and everything. This base has even got a cannon as well, but look at his probe count, his income and everything. Yeah, his worker counts are a little bit in favor of MeFTW, but the income's really in favor of MeFTW. That's what's really noticeable right now. But Mercy has all of these else. He's actually at 2-3 for his upgrades. MeFTW's only at 2-1. Yikes, that's actually a big difference. You see Mercy's actually getting down his +3 attack too, so his upgrade difference is going to be very much in his favor. Alright. Alright, so we have a lot of zealots moving around. Looks like the watchtower is being held by MeFTW. He actually doesn't know about the base that's over there. He might be assuming that we're just on 4 bases in this area, or still just on 3 bases. I don't really know. He's got to be thinking there's a 4th base either coming up, already up, or very close to being up. But we do see that this factory will be falling. No more starports anytime soon. You've got Templar being warped in down here, but they're don't have enough energy for Storm or anything. But it looks like MeFTW still didn't get to see that base down there. But now we're going to watch this. PF is going to need to get repaired. It will be getting slowly repaired. Look at the Zealots trying to trundle around over there. Another command center is actually being built, but this is looking to be really bad. We see a big flank down there. That was almost really bad for those Colossi. The PF does fall, and we see another big storm over there. I mean, MeFTW's been taking these storms just so badly. I mean, the damage they're doing is insane. We've got the Colossi getting attacked by those couple Vikings. This command center was stopped in its production, but it's still there. We're going to see that these Marines and everything could start focusing down the Colossi. They do. It looks like MeFTW will be able to hold on. He does deal with that Colossi count. That's really, really important. But still, he's not being able to do that much damage. He hasn't been able to drop or do that much to delay. SCV did get sent over here to repair this command center, and I really want to see another expand coming down from both players. It looks like we're going to have a Nexus coming down here for Mercy fairly soon, but this is a really tight game. Now we're going to see MeFTW going for the draw, so once again, we've got all these cannons here. They're going to do a great job of just trying to will down the health of those drops. And now we're going to see MeFTW knows about this base. We're going to see him pushing in. We see a lot of the pros going to be retreating. This cannon will be getting dealt with. The Marines almost go ahead and die, but looks like we're going to have the big drop coming in over here. We're going to see one medevac. Hopefully the unit does get picked off, though. That's really not good. These medevacs are actually looking a little bit worse for wear. They're going to be able to stay alive for the moment, but this full army from Mercy is coming in, and they are dealing damage. Looks like this base will be taken out by all those Marines and Ghosts and everything. One medevac will be able to survive with actually full health and a full Marine force. So we actually have a full drop that can be coming in fairly soon. This is actually still a nice vulnerable spot. These pylons can actually be great. We can see a drop down here on the high ground. Looks like MeFTW going to push down to this top left. This may force the cancel on this Nexus. We see a Stim going to be running, takes down the pylon. Doesn't want any reinforcements or DTs coming in. Cancellation does happen. We're now down to 3 bases for the toss. MeFTW has got this 4th base back up and running. So it's definitely looking to be quite solid in that respect. Cannons are doing a good bit of damage here, and just in terms of preventing everything. So now, MeFTW is continuing to try and be aggressive and everything. Is moving around, being very, very mobile. Even in the face of cannons and a turtling toss and all that, he's doing quite a good job. But you can see how Mercy is being forced to be on his top side of his map. His vision's been completely shut down. He sees nothing on the bottom. He only knows about the top, and that's actually quite unfortunate for him. MeFTW, however, is in a similar predicament. He does not have that medevac anymore in that top right. It looks like it did get taken out, or it's got returned to him. We honestly don't quite know where it went, which is kind of sad, but hey, it was a nice show of threat that still could have been there. But moving around, let's look at the upgrades for MeFTW. He is now at 3-2. His 3-3 is getting closer and closer to being done, but it did basically just begin. Mercy is running around. If you look at the state of where everything is, though, Mercy's got, I think, a stronger army. He's got the Colossi of the Storms, and MeFTW doesn't have that many Vikings. Only 5 Vikings, and his Ghost count is only at 2. He's really, really Marauder heavy. And that's an impressive anti-armor DPS and everything, but he's vulnerable. He's vulnerable to losing to that one big battle, and that's something I really, really don't like. We're gonna see exactly what how that's gonna be going for right now, but I don't see any real dark shrines or anything, any ways to put real frost suppressors, no war prisms or anything out of Mercy, and that's kind of also unfortunate. Without that kind of presence, MeFTW's been able to run around and be the aggressor, and there's no real way to shut down these bases that are being put down. So Mercy's kind of missing out on that, but still, he's still doing a lot of damage. He's now able to move in and gonna kill off that Archon. That's gonna be nice. Shut down this base again, but the army from Mercy is kind of in a good spot to just hit. Oh, but MeFTW has kind of got the entire army down here. Can actually turn around right now and stim. It was an opportunity to catch Mercy inside that choke with the Templar trailing around. That would have been a very nice thing to see. Oh well. All right. So now, if we take. Yeah, where is he? He's not really taking any opportunities to attack. These guys are mostly just waffling around, trying to shut down each other's bases. This base did get put down once again, so Mercy is kind of being controlled, but not really. Both players kind of, every single expansion of the map. There we see the Ghost getting completely EMP'd. Now we're watching a big attack. It's all in a choke. It's actually going to favor the Storms and the Colossi, and look at that. There's so much damage. The Medvacs, the Vikings getting stormed to death. They're continuing to be aggressive. The Storms are just chasing down the entire Bio army, and it's looking like we're going to see a lot of death coming in from MeFTW. He's continuing to be aggressive, and the problem with that is the fact that he's lost so many units. And Mercy does have a little bit more of an income, so he can reproduce a little bit faster. Plus, he's got warp gates as opposed to barracks, where MeFTW has to wait for the reinforcements to actually move across the map. And we might see the issue is going to be pressed. We'll have a single Templar. It does have enough for a storm, though. And with that storm, we could see a lot of damage being done. Especially if we can land it in conjunction with the Colossi swiping, that would be really, really bad for MeFTW. Because he may not actually get the win, but there we have a drop here in the back. Then we're also going to move in and try and pick off some big heals. Look at our Artosis pile that's down there. The Templar Archives is being targeted down. These Mirage are not stimmed. There we go, now they're going to stim. This should be able to take down the Templar Archives. It will be slow, but there it does fall. And that's look at Tamarines coming in, and Terran building armor is actually being researched. That's a nice little move to get this upgrade down. We're going to see that. Huh? Medvac just being allowed to live. Oh, never mind. That's going to push towards the cannons. That's going to be yep. There it does fall. But now without that Templar Archives, we're going to see Vikings reign supreme in these big battles. But oh, he's got a nuke. Oh, we've got a nuke. Where is this nuke? We hear the nuke, and there it is. Looks like all those guys are going to be coming in, and with this nuke going to go down landing, it's not going to do that much. It'll probably damage, just pile on the Nexus a little bit, but yeah, there we go. It comes down. So the nuke has been cast. We can see another one, but now we actually see a big engagement. We actually may see a defensive nuke. This is a large army coming down here to go ahead and start trying to hit me for the win. And they've got a good position. We're going to kill off that Marine at the watchtower. We've got two more clouds coming in. There is the nuke coming down, and that is going to be deadly if Mercy stays there. Mercy's got to move. Looks like all the ghosts got taken out, so no more nukes will go down. And that's going to give Mercy a really big advantage in this engagement. But he's actually going to go, oh, big storm. Really big storm. Huge storm. Absolutely huge storm. So that's going to be a really, really unfortunate thing, because MeFTW was kind of waffling around. He's going to get taken advantage of. This planetary fortress is there doing some damage. We see storms going down. No repair on the PF. That's going to fall. And it's looking like this might be the end game push. We can see there is a little bit of an army back here for MeFTW, but he's now lost his base. But there is the GG. And so we see this particular series now going into the favor of Clash. Clash is now up 2-1. Mercy just did a great showing, winning that second game after a really long bout. So very well done by him. If you guys want the replays, they're going to be on zanderfeverSC later on, so you can go ahead easily grab those there if you're interested, because these games are great to learn from. So a lot of good just angles attack, engagements, just macroing up, upgrading, everything going on in this particular series, as we now had a game that lasted over a half hour. So we're going to move on to the next series, and if Clash wins it, it could be the final series. Let's go see exactly how this will be taking place.